Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flavor of the Week, brought to you by Banditos, fresh, made daily. In Flavor of the Week, Kyle sits down with one of our local priests over 4 different episodes to sample variations of a favorite food or drink while they discuss the ins and outs of life as a priest.
Welcome to Flavor of the Week Part 2 with Father Nathan Maskal here at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. So, Comets hockey. You've had season tickets for 2 years. How long have you been into hockey to begin with?
Oh, probably about 10, maybe 15 years. We started going to it as a family a few times a year with my dad's work tickets. And I really picked it up listening on the radio to Bob Chase and that legendary broadcast.
Have you played hockey?
I didn't really pick up hockey till later on. I played street hockey growing up and didn't really get on the ice until I went to seminary, actually, in Minnesota, and we had an ice rink there.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier to get ice time. So I learned to skate a little bit. I'm still not the fastest skater, though, but I've recently picked up playing recreational hockey in South Bend about once a week.
On ice?
On the ice, yes. And so that's one thing I've been able to share with seminarian Sam Martinez, who plays goalie. So I play wing, he plays goalie.
Okay.
And actually, this coming week will be our first time actually playing together on the same team.
Okay, and he's at St. Pius doing
He's at St. Pius doing his pastoral year before he enters seminary.
Right. What do you like about hockey?
What is there not to like about hockey? The action, the scoring. Hopefully your team can put one together, although we've had a little bit of trouble this year. The team we're playing tonight is the Wichita Thunder, and I've actually got a little bit riding on this because some of my classmates from seminary in Mount St. Mary's were from Wichita.
Okay.
So we're always kind of planning that we're going to have a class reunion when the Fort Wayne Comets go and visit the Wichita Thunder, but that has not happened in the past 3 years.
Oh, so you have to go to Wichita for that?
So we have to go to Wichita for that.
Okay.
I think that was the deal. I could not convince them to come up here.
So with the Comets hockey, there's some fighting here and there. Do you get into fights when you're playing hockey?
I'm in a non-checking league, so most of the contact and most of the fighting is really not there. Fighting has really changed throughout the course of the game, though, because there used to be a lot of fighting. Now they've got more penalties associated with it, and they kind of deter people.
Okay.
But
It's been a long time since I've been to a hockey game.
It's kind of a slow process of policing the game themselves, and normally they do that in other ways.
Okay.
But you'll always be sitting next to the hockey fan who's just waiting for a fight. And maybe
Right,
that'll be the game
right.
that doesn't happen either.
It's kind of like that. I feel guilty about it. It's like watching a car race, and the most exciting part is when there's a wreck. But I feel horrible if somebody's in a wreck because they could get badly hurt.
Certainly.
And same with the hockey. Like, it is exciting when they get in a fight, but somebody could get hurt when they get in a fight. It's probably not a good thing.
They could. Once again, they've got more rules, so they're very specific with their pads. And they actually get a penalty for taking off their helmets now in fighting.
Oh, okay.
So really, if you're wailing on someone's helmet and hitting them there, it's not really going to hurt.
When you're playing hockey, do people know that you're a priest?
So my team is mostly Catholic, so I believe they do. The other teams, I do not believe they do. I really stay out of the rough stuff to begin with. I mean, there's a little bit of bumping in our non-checking league, but not too much. But I stay back from it. And recently I've had to stay back even more because I just fractured a bone in my knee.
Oh, no.
I'm still slowly coming back. Not quite 100% yet, but about 75 or 80.
So are you still playing on it?
Oh, yeah. Nothing stops a hockey player. You just keep going. You got to take the steps a little bit slower, or a little bit more gingerly, but it seems to be healing, nice and slow.
Do you wrap it in anything? Like tape? Tape it up?
Unfortunately, all the braces that they have kind of push on that area, so I haven't been able to have much support there.
So do you
but
think...
I actually got that injury snowmobiling. Just got caught up in a corner there, so I did not get that injury playing hockey, although many people have asked.
So if the teams that you were playing knew that you were a priest, do you think they would treat you differently, or they would play differently or talk differently or act differently if they knew that?
I mean, a little bit, but not too much. It's all part of the game, and especially going in there, we kind of understand that. But, it also helps keep that positive atmosphere because, like in anything you do, if you don't keep that positive tone, you're going to get down on yourself and really have problems right away.
Is it, I want to say Bishop Paprocki, who plays hockey? The holy goalie?
Over in Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Chicago.
There's a few priests, and in Michigan and in Canada, there's quite a few. priests who did this. Now, we're all at the end of warm-ups here. The Comets just finished up their warm-ups, but Wichita is doing their warm-ups, and every team seems to do a game of rebound. So it's everyone versus the goalie, and they're skating around with just one puck, trying to put it in on the goalie.
Oh, my.
Sometimes it's easier said than done, especially because it looks like they're taking a while, which is probably a good sign for our game tonight.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 against 1? And you've got no other defenders?
And he's doing a good job so far.
Yeah.
And that's always the backup goalie who's not starting tonight as well. So
Because you don't want to injure the starting goalie? Or what?
Well, he's already got his work in.
Oh.
So, they just put that puck out of play into the netting. That doesn't happen too often in warm-ups there on that game. But yeah, when you see all the players at the end, right at the end of warm-ups, that game is called rebound there. And then once they get a goal, they'll all skate to the side and come right out. So it's kind of a cool formation, but it's kind of a very common thing to see nowadays, even in the NHL.
So when did you really start to understand and appreciate all the details of it like this? Was it once you started getting season tickets or before that?
I credit a lot of it to listening on the radio because you have to picture so much of that.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to paint the picture for you. And I think Bob Chase did a wonderful job of that. And it continues on today with Shane. And really inspiring other people, but to have them have some knowledge of the game as well. And really the community we have here around Fort Wayne is just wonderful because people get around and share their experiences about all sorts of things. So you'll notice a lot of people are sitting in different groups, and they do this almost every game. They've got the same kind of friend group there.
Yeah.
And it rotates, but yeah.
So you're wearing a Comets jersey here, and you got the hat.
So the jersey I'm wearing is actually a gift from my ordination. 18 is actually, if you can look under there, it's Robbie Laird's number. It's retired.
Okay.
But some of my friends bought it for me for my ordination year, 18, because I was ordained in 2018.
There's a lot of retired numbers.
Yeah, we have quite a history here with Comet hockey.
Yeah. And so your jersey, though, has your last name on the back, Maskal.
Yeah. So they just put my name on it to associate it with my ordination year.
Yeah. Nice.
So it's a nice story. Every now and then I'll get someone who says, "Don't you know that number's retired?" Well, I do.
Yeah. But you also have the collar on underneath. Is that normal, or you just didn't have time to change?
A little bit of both. You'll see me in both.
Uh-huh.
I came straight from St. Pius and Marion High School today, so didn't have much time to change, but this is a common sight as well. Also this year, Father David Hunick won season tickets at Saints Alive last year, so he'll show up from time to time. Although I do have to say I haven't seen him for about 3 months now at a hockey game, so I'm starting to wonder if he's still a hockey fan.
I don't know if he could call himself that at this point. So they're moving the goals. Are they going to Zamboni coming out or something?
It's one of the most exciting things that's going to happen that's not hockey is watching the Zamboni. I even talked about this in my homily last weekend.
Oh, what's the Zamboni homily?
The Zamboni is, no matter how many times you watch it, it's always mesmerizing.
Yeah.
And really, we need to have that newness, that freshness with our faith. The Zamboni does the exact same task every single time.
Uh-huh.
And it's actually really complicated if you go down and look at all the parts.
Huh.
And so that's really an image for our lives. We got a lot of parts moving in our lives, but it needs to be that kind of fresh, mesmerizing feel and that view that we have with living our faith. Maybe going in the same patterns, but with all those moving parts, having that fresh sense of kind of wonder and awe.
But like leaving a fresh path behind us, maybe.
Yeah, nice clean path. Yeah.
There you go.
For Halloween, the kids had me dress up as a hockey player. So I wore my hockey helmet over with my, just kind of like I'm dressed today, with my black and white collar and then my hockey jersey right over the top of it.
Uh-huh.
So it's a nice thing I get to share with a few of the school kids. We also have quite a few of the school kids I know in Fort Wayne and in South Bend as well who play hockey during the week or on the weekends.
Uh-huh.
Some of them travel pretty crazy, but it's great to see them go out and play hockey around the town. And if I have a spare night, I can do that, although that's kind of hard with all the parish work and all the extra hockey I watch.
Watching here, or do you watch on TV as well?
So the Comets are not on TV unless you pay an absurd amount for it.
Oh.
So normally I'm listening on the radio if I can't make it to the game.
But do you watch other teams? Do you watch...
I'd watch a few of the NHL games as well. Sometimes Father Bill and I wind down at night watching a hockey game, and he'll fall asleep on the chair, and then I'll wake him up when they score. Because you
On
you
purpose
can never,
or an accident?
You
Like-
can never have a quiet goal celebration. So
Okay.
you got to be up and practicing your new ones, and he understands.
So what is a typical score? It's been a long time.
It depends, but especially in the minor leagues here, they haven't been playing much defense. So I would guess, again, this is a weird prediction, but I'll guess about 5-3 tonight.
Okay.
Comets coming out on top.
Oh, I like this. I didn't
think
even
they've
think to get
been
a
shut out
prediction.
twice this season, and they've had 2 shutouts as well.
Okay.
So that'd be nice. But lately, we have not seen much defense, so we will see if they've figured out how to play defense yet.
So do you ever run into parishioners or people that recognize you as a priest?
From South Bend, no.
Okay.
But from
Right.
Fort Wayne all the time. I
Yeah.
kind of sit in a section down in the corner there with a few different people from around St. Charles, St. Jude, St. Vincent's, kind of in the northern part of Fort Wayne here. But really from all over Fort Wayne. And occasionally I'll bring someone down from South Bend, but those are few and far between because not as many people drive as far as I do for hockey.
With your season tickets, you have assigned seats, right? So you sit in the same place?
Same seat every night, so that's that same group, yep.
So you always have the same people sitting next to you?
For the most part. I mean, if we're not there, we give our tickets away.
Sure.
You know. But for the most part, the same group.
All right. Well, we still need to figure out what flavors we're doing. Right now, so far, the flavor has been hockey,
Hockey.
Which
we're almost ready to start the game, so that'd be wonderful.
which I think this always works best if it's something that the person's excited about. Like Father David Hunick doing Coney dogs. There was nothing that was going to be better than doing Coney dogs with him because
Yep.
he's so excited about
You
it, right?
can't stand in his way there.
And so with you doing hockey just seemed like the right thing. Like we'll find some food here, and that's going to be kind of secondary to your enthusiasm for Comets hockey.
Yeah, you normally have to go off-site, but this is a little bit further off-site. Tonight,
Yeah.
we're sitting way up here in the 600 section, so we're getting the eagle-eye view tonight
Yeah.
as
What is
well.
it? I think we're 4 rows from the back here. So we got a little room to go up higher if we need to. Is this going to fill up?
The lower part will.
Okay.
Up here, not so much.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to do some recording in some calm moments, maybe in the in between periods, and then try some of the foods here.
Okay.
All right. That'll come up here on Flavor of the Week with Father Nathan Maskal here at the Fort Wayne Comets hockey game. And just a reminder, Flavor of the Week is brought to you in part by Banditos.